Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about some customizable face masks. I'm talking about a full face mask that you're able to upload your own image, as you see here with my logo, and of course, a standard face mask that we're able to customize with an app on our phone. And of course, as you can see right there, this makes wearing a face mask a lot more fun. This is TK, let's check them out. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. I do want to say thank you very much to Custom Creations for sending me out these samples. Originally, I actually found them on TikTok by somebody else, and then when I reached out to them, they were gracious enough to provide me a couple of their units. So we see here on the left, this is the full face mask that makes it really, really nice, and you can see some of the designs there. We'll check out the application and what we can do with it. Now, as far as the shining LED mask, now this one is actually, for the most part, a standard mask that we normally wear on a daily basis, and we're actually able to use filters with them. So you can actually buy these separately. They do include 2 in the box. But the main benefit here is the fact that you can customize the LEDs on them, as you can see on the front part, making them a lot more fun to wear during the day or even at night because, of course, LEDs. As far as what we get with the actual face mask, for the most part, it's pretty much the same face mask that you could normally see. There is a battery pack here, so go ahead and turn it off. I'll give it a second to shut down. You'll notice it just lights up. The mask itself is embedded with an LED basically panel that's present here. It's a curved panel, and you can see that the panel is actually present all around from here. It starts on the left side or on the right side when you're holding it, and there's a small battery pack that is wired directly into it. There's some circuitry there, but all of these are actually beneath or behind the cloth. So very nice, very easy to use. Now there is a small pocket there for that filter that I mentioned to you guys. They do include 2 of them. Now they don't sell them, but you're able to pick them up directly from Amazon. They're called the PM 2.5 and they're sold basically like a pack of 100. So you're able to replace them, as well as the fact that his entire system here is washable because this entire piece is removable. So I can actually remove it from here. You'll notice this is the battery pack, the power button, micro USB charging. There is a cable in the box that's also included, and of course the panel itself, you could just basically remove the entire thing, and here we are. This is the LED panel. You can see all of the circuitry, everything that's already done there, and of course just take this out, go wash it. Once it's clean, start using it. There is adjustable straps on the sides for both the right and the left ear, as well as an actual clamp on the top for the nose configuration. So it looks really nice, and there's a bottom here section for the chin. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't work that well because I have basically a beard, so it does stick out a little bit, but it doesn't have that much of an issue. Other than that, the material that it's used from is very nice, very high quality, and again, you're able to pick it up directly from them, and it includes a USB-C cable. Well, sorry, a micro USB cable for this one. The USB-C is for the full face mask, for the app mask here. And then once you're ready to use it again, inserting it is very, very simple. Once you have that in, just go ahead and put the actual battery pack inside of the actual holder. And at that point, just tuck in the cable, you're pretty much set, and your face mask is ready to go. Insert your filter, and you're pretty much ready to use it right away. So let's go ahead and check out what comes with this one. Now the full face mask comes with a couple of things that are a little different. Obviously, this is a full face mask. There is a lot of LEDs that are built in here, and you can definitely see them when you're looking at them without having any of them activated. There's a couple of places, obviously, for us to be able to see through. Now, this little section at the top is actually a motion sensor, and I'll share with you guys exactly how to use it. Actually be able to change the faces on the mask without even having to use the app. There's a power button that's present at the top here, so this one is always exposed, and of course the USB-C port that's present there for us to be able to actually use it or charge it. Something to keep in mind is that both of these masks are going to receive updates in the future through the application. So that's one of the things that the developer, the guys over at Custom Creations let me know, is that even though we have a lot of options now, there's going to be more options coming in. Now, the battery pack is present in here, as well as where it is over there. Here, you're able to basically see where it is. And of course, since this is going to be worn over the face, we do have somewhat of a goggle, and of course the here Velcro strap that's positioned on the side. Now this is a full face mask. This is not intended to be a protection for obviously anything that's currently in the current situation. So that would be more for this one. You can technically use both of them at the same time, but only activate one. I have them both connected to the same phone, as they each have their own apps. They have applications available for both Android and iOS. Obviously, I have them installed on my Galaxy device, and they're pretty much just going to be an application for each one. So this one is actually the one for the face mask. So let's go ahead and activate it. The button that I showed you guys before, press and hold it for a few seconds. You'll see the battery level on the actual mask, and then it activates to the last actual mask option that you've used. And you see here, it kind of covers the entire face. It did pair, it connected itself. If it doesn't, you're able to go into that little plus sign and then activate it by just, once it finds it, turn on the little action here, and it automatically connects. So a couple of things we are able to do. First, the ability of changing the brightness on the actual mask is configurable from here, so that's straight from the home screen. There's a tab here at the top. You're able to pick up the language, And here we can actually start configuring it. By default, it comes in with, you know, these options. There are a little bit of audio cues here. Let me just go ahead and make sure that it goes through. And you can actually change it to heart, change it to, you know, options here, the $sign, all of these, and you can see how fast they're changing. And I really like this one as well. Of course, if you want to be able to play things, and that one just kind of does the back and forth, back and forth. A lot of these things are very much visible during the day and night. As you can see, we are in a very well lit studio, and you're able to see all of them here. And of course, my favorite, or at least my son's favorite, is the matrix, where the actual graphics are coming down. And here we have another one, and then I like this one, heartbeat. It tells people you're alive. Some more options here. We even have some Halloween options. And then last but not least, you're also able to basically customize static images here. So you have these other options that are present. They're a little bit different. And when it comes down to DIY, you're able to actually add things or even write them manually. So we'll jump in here. We'll go into the text section. So I went ahead and wrote this one. It says TKBAY. I can activate the motion, so you can see it here. It just moves with the text. And you can also add some emojis in there. You're also able to change the colors on it if you want. So here you have a little bit more rainbowy. You can see it change. Very easy, very customizable. And of course here, this one kind of changes the color. It looks a little bit better, but it lights up the background. I find that it actually works a little bit better when we do it with these type of colors. Very nice, very easy, and you can send them directly. You see how fast the connection is going through. Now, when it goes into the DIY one, let's go into the DIY. Here we're able to actually draw what we want. So that text that you saw before, that was something that I did by myself. So we can say here, now one of the things obviously on my S21 Ultra, I can actually use a pen. So let's go ahead and do this. So here, hello, you know, something like that. And of course I can change the color, I can change the different configuration, and I can add all of these things directly on the actual phone, from the phone directly into it. One thing that this mask also has is the ability of showing us a visual EQ. And one of the really nice things that as I'm playing songs and I'm listening to it, even though I'm listening to it via Bluetooth, the EQ is playing straight on the actual mask, and it looks really, really nice. Now, it does have the ability of turning on audio over mask, which means it's using the microphone now. And what you're seeing here on the graphic is my voice talking straight as I'm talking to you guys in this video. Makes it really nice, very cool. The only thing though, it does use the microphone built in directly into the phone itself. So the only way for it to work correctly is as long as your phone is able to pick up your voice, your EQ will start showing up on the display. So very nice in the sense of what you can do. Playing music, listening it with an EQ, or using your own voice. So many options. You have the ability of doing the photos, the text, and the DIY. Very simple with the face mask. Now let's go ahead and switch over to the full face mask. Now this one uses a separate application. They're independent from each other. I'll make sure to link both of those apps for you guys in the description below. Same thing, we have to hit the little plus sign, and by default it's not active. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We see the battery level right out of the bat, so you can definitely see what it is. Just for reference, it did pair and it connected right away, so I'll go ahead and just turn it on here. The reflection, or the little, I would say basically the flickering that you're noticing, is purely based on the camera and the refresh rate of my camera. So because we are not able to match the refresh rate of the display or the LEDs, it looks a little bit different. And I can promise, basically, as you saw with the thumbnail, it looks really nice. All we have to do, once we pair it, same situation here, we have a few other options that are present. The music feature is also present here, which is very, very nice. Let's go ahead and play that one. And that one actually looks a little bit cooler, as it does a full screen EQ into this. Same situation, you're able to turn on the microphone. And as you're listening to me right now, I'm talking to you and you're seeing it on the screen. So it really does a very nice EQ functionality that I really like about this. Again, music has to be stored on your device and it has to be played through the app. It does not work via a browser. When it comes to the DIY section, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can either download an image, so you can basically look at an image directly in your gallery, or you can actually take an image with the camera and that will be able to basically display on your screen. Now for that one, I've already kind of done a few, and that's the one you saw at the beginning. Out of the box, you have all of these options that are preloaded into your device, and you can switch from one to the other easily, very simply. There's a lot of them. There's the vortex. And the one thing I really, really like, if we scroll all the way down, we have even Dr. Doom in there. We have a skeleton if you want to be able to play some Halloween stuff in there. Obviously some more face masks in there. Of course, some more options available. There's the screaming, really, really nice. And if you really want to go like Santa on stuff. Anyways, a whole bunch of different things, a lot of really cool, I would say definitely melodic or more like trance kind of stuff, the way I like to do them. Under the DIY, you're able to do a couple of things. You're able to put obviously people's pictures. So I took a picture of my son. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as good as it kind of does here. The other thing, of course, I've also used it with my logo with Juan Carlos for the best of our week, my personal logo for the channel, and I kind of did it twice because it a little bit where the eye openings at the back look like they kind of over the eyes. So maybe it almost looks like the eyes were bigger. But you're able, again, to do it with any of your pictures. But the main benefit, of course, it's highly customizable. very easy and simple to use. I do want to say thank you very much to Custom Creations for sending me out both of these, and not only that, giving me the option of providing you with the 20% coupon just by putting TKBAY when you put in your order. Now, to be able to order any of these masks, you just need to connect with them over on their Facebook page, and there'll be a link for that as well as the coupon in the description below. I find that both of these masks are very, very nice. What I really love is the customizable LED face mask. For me, that just fits everything that I love to do with that, and especially the audio recognition. Now, there are other features coming in the near future. That's something to keep in mind. That's going to be basically an update through the app. And of course, the fact that it is app controlled makes it very nice. Now, the last thing, of course, I want to share with you guys is the ability of changing the face masks on the face mask just by using gesture and turning on that gesture control that I mentioned at the beginning. Now, for that to work, all you have to go is into the settings tab and then turn it on right there. You'll notice that little A-OK. It makes, now, obviously, you can see the face mask, and you're pretty much able to kind of customize it. Either go directly from the gallery or the options that you have in there, or you could just have it circle or basically go through, or even the DIY options. And you can make them in order or random. So I'll go ahead and just put them in random just to kind of get a few selections there. So let's go ahead and share with you guys what they look like. Now, once you have it activated, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just kind of just do the swiping motion. You'll notice right there, we can swipe one more time, and then one more time, and one more time. The main thing is you need to make sure that your face is, or your hand is actually going in front of the sensor. And once you do that, you're able to basically change as fast as you want without even having to use the app. So lastly, thank you again to Custom Creations for not only sending out the samples, but of course providing us that discount. Please make sure to check out in the description below. Like and subscribe as usual, and of course let me know what do you guys think of these new masks. I've shown them before, obviously, during the live streams and different episodes, but this is definitely very cool. And for me, I'm able to put in my logo on this, and obviously, different custom options that are available there. I'll see you guys in the next video.